Okay, in this section we are going to go to the iTunes store. We are going to search for an app and download it, and then see what happens when we plug in iPad in, so that you can see how it just automatically syncs and there's not a whole lot that you have to do. So the first thing you need to do is open iTunes. Remember, when you open iTunes, you're probably going to have to log in once, twice, 18,000 times, not quite sure. Especially when you go to the iTunes store. It's very often that you have to log in a whole bunch of times. Just for full disclosure, I actually have already been to the iTunes store. I already had iTunes open. I had logged in, I think I counted 8 times. So we're going to go to the App Store. Well, this is one way to do it. If you're just kind of searching around for apps, you don't know quite what you want to look for, you go to the App Store and you can kind of just search around. But if you know exactly what it is that you want, you can go to the search bar up here and type it in. Now I'm going to be fairly generic with Toy Story. I'm just going to type it in, and you'll see I get all kinds of things. I get movies, I get music, I get everything. But what I really am interested in is apps right now. So I'm going to click on the apps over here in the sidebar, and then I've got iPhone apps and iPad apps. And this Toy Story read along, that's the one I want. And you see where it says free right here? If I want to see more about it, I can click on it. If I know this is exactly what I want, I can click the free. So let me click on the app so that you can see what happens. It just opens it up. I get to see a little bit more. I get to see screenshots of what the app looks like. And this is a pretty fun app. Be really good for elementary principals to just have sitting on their iPad. So I'm going to click free app. It's going to ask me for the password. Put the password in. Click get. I'm not having it remember the password just in case someone else were to sit down at my computer. Even though we're supposed to lock our computers and stuff, you just never know. So you can see it's going to download the app. It's going to be about 6 minutes. I'm going to pause it until the app is completely downloaded. Okay, you can see we just have a couple of seconds left for this app to download. And once it downloads, I'm going to plug in an iPad so that you can see that you really don't have to do anything to sync new apps. The iPads just kind of do it on their own. So here we go, plugging in the iPad. Hear the iPad in the background turning on, and then you hear and it says just syncing. You know, it's just going to walk through its own steps. It's going to sync, it's going to back it up, just to get all the settings, if any settings have changed. It prepares it to sync. It's pretty simple. It determines what app it needs to sync, and then it just copies that one app back there. And remember, if the principal has downloaded their own apps, it doesn't take those off. The only time that it might take those off is when you upgrade to iOS 5. That would be good to tell the principal, hey, you know, you might lose all your apps when you're upgrading to iOS 5. But otherwise, normal app syncing, you know, that you do however often, once a month, once a semester, to the official SyncStation computer. It's pretty simple. Remember, if it's a whole bunch of apps, it might take a lot longer. And you can see it's just copying this one, and then once it's done, I'll be able to pull it and hand it back to the principal. All right, thank you.